Hello, hello, hello. Let's see who we have here. Let's get this a little bit closer. All right. Hello, hello, and welcome to Story Time. Thank you all so much for joining me. Let's see who we have here. Hello, we have K #more in the building. How are you? So glad that you could join us tonight. We have Shawana. Hi sis, how are you? Shawana's in the house tonight. We have Oliver Moore. How are you? Oliver says hello, I am Kay's brother. Okay. Nice to have you. Nice to meet you, Oliver. So glad to have you join us for story time. We have Tiki and Nika TV in the house tonight. They said hello. Hey, everyone. So glad to see you, ladies. Oh, look, we have the troublemaking 12 Veils, the star of the movie, the story in the building tonight. She says, are you feeling better today? I'm feeling better, but really tired. Really, I was trying to do a premiere instead of going live, but that stuff just wouldn't act right with getting loaded up. But thank you for asking. But yes, pain-free today, so that's a good thing, but just tired. 12 Veils says, I'm early. And 12 Veils, we're in your season, huh? Hello, Gigi. We got Gigi in the house. Says hello, sis. At Deborah got Tidings. We have our very own 50 plus in the house tonight. How are you, brother? I hope you're feeling better. 50 says hello to everyone. I appreciate you all joining me for story time. I tell you, I sure was trying to get out of it. That's for sure. 12 Bell says, I'm happy you pain-free. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And Miss Full Roller kept me abreast, letting me know it was your season. So we're in the Cancer season. And 12 Bells came in the door celebrating. So are you going to celebrate your birthday for the whole entire month? 12 Bells? She says hi to Kay. She says, I'm happy. Okay, she said hi to K #more and everybody in the chat. 12 Bell, you gonna celebrate your birthday the whole entire month? Or you just gonna do 50 plus just dropped the link. Says my struggle and broken pieces, a healing for my soul, available at Amazon. Thank you for that 50 plus. That is the link. For you, if you're interested in purchasing my book, next week we will be starting back reading from the book. We read from it one night, and this story just took us so long, and I really wanted to just get finished with this story before I got back into the book. So we're finally at the tail end of this story. 12 Veil says, no, I'm not celebrating the entire month. Oh, okay. All right. I forgot to get me a drink, to get me some water or something. I'm thirsty. My mouth dry. Okay. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get started in our story for tonight. This story has been running since 2 Fridays ago. I don't know exactly what date that is, but that's how long our story has been going. And each night was just as interesting as we move forward in the story. And we left off in the story with Princess Patella had already made it to the location with her evil stepsister. She had made it to Prince Charming, who is now king, he's now a king. So Princess Patella, who is also now queen, she made it to his palace. She finally found him. But when she got there, she realized her evil stepsister was making plans to marry him. And she came there disguised as a peasant banana girl. She had her face covered in, these old clothes and stuff, and her hair pulled to her face, and she put like this smudge or grease stuff on her face, looked real dirty and stuff, and because she didn't want anybody to recognize her. And so she came with a bunch of jewels with her as well, which she was trying to pinpoint the exact moment when to get King Charming's attention. And she figured the jewels would spark his memory of her and make him realize that it was her, without being obvious to everybody else and to her cruel stepsister T. And so she pulled the jewels out when she encountered the king and her evil stepsister, in hopes that he would recognize the jewels. And I think at some point he did, but just not thinking it was possible, I guess, for her to be there, he didn't question the jewels any further, and he didn't question where she got them from. And so her greedy, cruel stepsister decided to purchase the jewels from her, since it was validated that they were real. And she asked the price, and Princess Patella told her she just wanted to spend the night in their echo room. And her evil stepsister thought she was getting over on her because she asked for so little for such expensive jewelry. But what she did not realize is that Princess Patella had a master plan, and it really was for her to sleep in the echo room, because it was directly under the room where the king slept. And she felt that would be, and he could hear everything that was being said in the echo room if you slept in the echo room beneath his room. You could hear everything that was going on. So she had a plan to get his attention, since showing the first set of jewels didn't. And so we left off on that part where she did get the opportunity to sleep in the to get invited to sleep in the echo room. So let's see. And she did sleep in the echo room, but when she started talking, she didn't realize that they had given him a sleeping potion, a sleeping tonic. So he never heard her cries when she was in the echo room, but she did not know that they had given him a sleeping potion. So she thought he just was really, really fed up and done with her, and was deliberately ignoring the fact that she existed, when that wasn't the case. So she didn't give up. So let's see what happens next. The only thing she could hope for now to help her was the one egg left in her bag. She broke it, and out came a pie made of 6 birds, all cooked and beautifully dressed by Finest Wine Cooking Channel and Gigi's Gluten-Free Lab. The pie sang in a wonderful fashion, told fortunes, and knew more about medicine than even the Roman god. Queen Patella delighted with the wonderful thing, and she hastened with her talking pie into T's antechamber. While she was waiting for her to come that way, one of the king's valets came up to her and said, "Do you know what if the king did not take a sleeping tonic to make him sleep? You would drive him wild with all that chatter during the night." Queen Patella no longer wondered if he heard her, and rummaging in her bag, she said, "I have so little fear of disturbing the king's rest. If you don't give him a sleeping tonic tonight and let me sleep in that same room, all these pearls and all these diamonds will be yours." The valet agreed and gave her his word on it. A few minutes after, T came along, seeing the queen with her pie, pretending as if she was going to eat it. She said, "What are you doing there, black snowflake empress?" "Madame," replied Queen Patella, "I am eating astrologers, musicians, and doctors." At that moment, all the birds began to sing more sweetly than sirens and cried, "Give us a silver penny, and Fire and Air Chariot will tell you your fortune." A duck appeared to be the leader, and he called out louder than the others, "Quack, quack, quack. I am a physician. I can cure every illness better than Dr. John Smith, and every kind of madness except love." T, more surprised by this than anything she had ever seen, swore, "Bless my heart, but that is a fine pie. I must have it. Come now, dirty face, what shall I give you for it?" "The usual price," she answered. "Let me sleep in the echo room, nothing more." "Fine," said T generously. She was so pleased and thought she was getting over on the queen for getting such a pie for so little. So she said, "I'll also give you some gold coins." The queen, thinking that the king might hear her this time, didn't even bother to thank T. As soon as night fell, the queen retired herself to the echo room, hoping eagerly that the valet had kept his word, and that instead of giving the king a sleeping tonic, he had given him something to keep him awake. When she thought that everybody else was asleep, she began her usual cries. "What dangers I exposed myself to in search of you," she said. "And all the while you leave me to marry T. What have I done, cruel man, that you should forget me so quickly, and your oaths? Do you remember your metamorphosis as hummingbird, my kindness to you, and our loving conversations?" Then she repeated nearly every line, including a memory which proved that nothing was dearer to her than their memories. The king was not sleeping, and he heard her voice so distinctly, and all that she said, but he could not understand where the words came from. He thought he was dreaming, yet he knew he was awake. He felt a sudden tenderness thinking about the memory of his incomparable princess. But his heart was overpowered by the memory of what he felt when he thought about his separation from her, the moment when the knives had wounded him in the cypress tree. He began to speak to the queen. "Ah, princess," he said, "you have been too cruel to the lover who adored you. Is it possible you sacrificed me to both our enemies?" She heard what he said and did not fail to answer and to let him know that if he would like to talk about the matter, they could clear things up. At these words, the king immediately called for one of his valets and asked him if he could find her and bring her to the palace. The valet said that's easy, for she was sleeping in the echo room beneath him. The king did not know what to think. How could he believe that so great a queen as Queen Patella would be disguised as a peasant? But how could she have the queen's voice and knew their most intimate secrets unless she were the queen herself? Still puzzled, he rose, dressed quickly, and went by a secret staircase to the echo room. T had taken away the key, but the king had one that opened all the doors of the palace. He found her wrapped in a light robe of white taffeta, which she wore under her old clothes. Her beautiful hair hung over her shoulder as she lay on a couch near a lamp giving only a somber light. The king entered suddenly, and as soon as he recognized her, his love overpowered his anger. So he threw himself at her feet and bathed her hands with his tears. He couldn't tell if he would die of joy or grief from the 1,000 different feelings that overtook him all at once. The queen felt disturbed. She felt a weight on her heart and could hardly breathe, but laid there with her eyes fixed on the king without saying a word. When she pulled herself together enough to speak, she had nothing bad to say, and the pleasure of seeing him once more made her forget her grievances against him. At last they came to an understanding. They justified themselves, and their tenderness awoke again, and their only trouble now was the fairy Mama Dale. At that moment, Green Wizard, who loved the king dearly, arrived with Seven-Legged Fairy, the fairy who had given the 4 eggs to Queen Patella, Mama Dale's estranged sister. After the first greeting, Green Wizard and Seven-Legged Fairy declared that they had joined forces in favor of the king and the queen, so Mama Dale was now powerless against them, and that their wedding should take place as soon as possible. Princess Patella said, "About time. After all we've been through, we're just so blessed to stay. We're just so blessed to still have each other." You could almost imagine the joy of these 2 young lovers. As soon as daylight came, it was known throughout the palace, and everyone was delighted to see Queen Patella. The news finally reached T, who ran quickly to see the king. She was surprised to find her fair rival with him. When she proceeded to open her mouth to call Queen Patella names, Green Wizard and Seven-Legged Fairy appeared and changed her into a troll, so that at least a part of her name and her surly temper remained to her. She ran away grunting down to the backyard, where she was met with loud laughter from Oliver Moore, Mary's Place, Chop It Up News, ALS Organic Cosmetics, R. Matthews, Jess Bambido, Memory Lane Keepsake, Tiki and Nika TV, who were all standing in Shewana's creative circle laughing at her, which added to her misery. Queen Patella was his chosen queen, his beautiful queen. So King Charming and Queen Patella, free from this hateful woman, started planning their wedding and wedding feast. Minister of Music Terrence Trower would alternate with a DJ for the ceremony. Originally, Prince Charming, his kitchen help, Auntie Cece's kitchen, they called it, was in charge of meals. But on their special day, Fine as Wine Cooking Channel and Gigi's sglutenFreelab would be dazzling in the kitchen together, because the queen had gluten allergies, and they knew that Gigi would be checking verified to make sure everything was gluten-free. After all, Seven Legs Fairy told Princess Patella she had to eat to live strong. Everything was elegant and superb as expected. And Queen Patella spent time looking through the hair book at Litzy, Bitzy hairstyles for her big day. Those hardships brought them even closer, and they lived a happy, long life together. So that concludes our story for tonight. That was finally the ending of the story. We had, oh my God, hundreds of YouTubers featured in the story. The ones that were featured in the story tonight are, because I throughout the story I featured YouTubers, but I decided to add a few of our viewers as well into the story. And we had a lot of characters in this story. And I had about three nights. I think tonight is the third night where I kind of did a quick inserting people's names in the story tonight while I was in Gigi's sglutenFreelab, because I saw a place in the story where I could fit those names in at the spur of the moment. It's not something that I was able to do the entire time, but I had 3 or 4 days where I actually had a spot where I could insert those names as people were walking into her chat. So the people we had in the chat, in the featured in story tonight, is Fine as Wine Cooking Channel, Black Snowflake Empress. Also, you know, we had Hummingbird and Princess Patella, and we had Fire and Air Tarot. We had Dr. John Smith. We had Green Wizard, Seven Legs Fairy, Mama Dale again, who is with Picky Dale, About Time, Jesssobless, and all of these people were added as they were walked into Gigi's live tonight. We have Oliver Moore, Mary's Place, Chop It Up News, ALS Organic Cosmetics, R. Matthews, Jess Bambido, Memory Lane Keepsake, Tiki and Nika TV. Those were the people added at the spur of the moment. The other YouTubers and featured in the story tonight was Chosen Queen, Beautiful Queen, Minister of Music Terrence Trower, Aunt Cece's Kitchen, Gigi's Gluten-Free Lab, Dazzling in the Kitchen, Eat to Live Strong, Litzy, Bitzy Hairstyles. Those were all of the YouTubers featured in the story tonight. But the ones featured in the story from the time we've been doing this story, it's a whole lot more. And I'm going to just go ahead and run their names off again. All the ones that were featured in this story from start to finish. And this story has been going, like I said, since 2 Fridays ago. NQ's World, King Plav, Beautiful Queen, who was featured again tonight, was featured before. Mama Ray Ray, the 48, Valerie Champion, Carolyn East All, Pandy Hair Candy and More, 50 Plus, Julie Issy, Satin. Eat to Live Strong was featured again tonight. She was previously featured. Wolfman Midnight, Coco Empire, Shawana's Creative Circle was featured tonight, and she was featured earlier in the story at the beginning. Amanda's Motivation and More, Scylla's Mukbang, Dave's Poems and Songs, Be the Difference Clothing, Thursday Vibes, Super Smiley, Sweet Twisted Joy, Magic Moments, Simply a Sweetheart, Logical One, 12 Veils, who was our main character who got murdered in the story. She was the queen. Creative Thinking. She was 12 Veils was the mother of T, the stepsister. Creative Thinking. Solution. Dazzling in the Kitchen was used tonight and was previously used. Gigi's Gluten-Free Lab and Finest Wine Cooking Channel were also in the earlier part of the story, 1 or 2, the first or second night, and they were featured again tonight. Slick Production, Minecrafted, According to Jeff, Chosen Queen was featured again tonight, was also in one of the earlier stories. Miss Kanky Curly, Mama Dale's been featured throughout. At Home with Miss Jones, Pretty Gigi, Auto Flower 420, Oil Money ENT, God's Child, Share Bright Light, One Virtuous Woman, Island Reaction, B Loves Life, It Gets Real, Jess Handmade Designs, Sam Reports, Pistol Pete, Pistol Pete and Mac the Knife, Sweetie Pie, Precious and Family, Destiny Awaits Me, Jeremiah 29:11, As Told by Tina, Just Key, We Are Family, God's in Control, Life Reality, A Spiritual Journey, JD Night 7, Green Wizard, Beautifully Made, Slick Nico Twins, Life with Triple T, A Positive Lifestyle, High Spirit, Foodie Squad, One Jazzy Diva, Hummingbird, VA Moon, Be Nice, Short Bus Pull Up, 50 Plus, Backyard Gardener, Naturo is Awesome, the DMV Dining Diva, K #more, Diamonds and Pearls, Coach Sherry, Coco Empire, Purple Tube, Be the Difference Clothing, Superwoman Bing, Chatty Swirl, Candy C, Miss Sugar, Brown Girl Bella, Miss Full Roller, Robert Karsten, Zachary Knowles, Mama Ray Ray, Web Savvy Cafe, Deborah Akpa, Weldon Jones, NBRS Commander, Warriors, Mar Thompson, Vietnam Thugs, Soldier Poet, Hashchaz Firelord, Muscle Man for Life, Bree Fireheart, Sir Brandon, Foodie Squad, Gathering Place, About Time, Zotime, That Guy, Cool Gent 87, My 2 Cents, Denise Say What's on My Mind, Catherine and Friends, Peace and Love 101, Angel Light Over Darkness 33, Us Never Them, A Sophisticated Lady, Ice Heart So Cold, God Loves Me, Holy Spirit Firefall, Precious to God TV, God's Glory TV, God's Child, Jesssobless, God's in Control, Annoying as Dee Dee, Keeping It Real with Jenny, At Home with Jen, Comfort Zone, Thursday Vibes, Peace, Love, and Hope, Massage by Amaja LLC, Cozy Relaxation, Yo, It's Your Boy Leo, Singing for the Creator, Casper to Y'all, Live It Up, Mindcrafted, Slick Production, Bear the Cross, Queen Darkness, Renee Rebel, Keely, Coco T, Blind Jeer, Zaya Rose, Areem May, Sharonda the Goddess, aka James 615, The Technology Ryan, Country Ghetto, Eat with C, Famaka TV, Nina Stevens Blessing, Deborah Mosley, Carter's Eat, Crown Butterfly, The Challenge Report, Alvin Nepal, Tanya Harris, Mother Teresa, Tony Tolbert, Denise Acosta, Leilani's Kitchen, the Paul family, It's Just Miles, Dr. John Smith, Nurse Gouda, Jess Froggett, New Horizons, Banana Girl, Runaway RV Nesters, To Travel and Tour, Mama's Touch, Flower Plants, Mr. Random, Friendly Black Man, Ghetto Preacher, Frugal Granny, not sure if I said Beautifully Made, but Beautifully Made, Black Snowflake the Empress, Trash or Treasure, plus all of the people that were featured tonight. So that concludes our story. That was a lot of YouTubers and viewers featured in this story over the course of time. I had a lot of fun with it. I did have a night that I wasn't feeling that well, so I didn't add as many characters in there at the time. But I had a lot of fun with this story, and all the names that I was amazed at, all the names that I was able to actually fit into the story like that. And I especially had fun with those 3 or 4 nights where I actually threw the names in the story on the fly. That's a rarity, because usually the story is already set and I don't have a break in the story where it would still be a smooth transition. So that was a really good. That was really good for me. I enjoyed being able to do that, to throw people in there at the spur of the moment. But that is certainly a lot of YouTube characters featured in that story. And our birthday girl, 12 Bells, was the star of the show. Unfortunately, 12 Bells got stoned to death. She was Queen 12 Bells, the second wife to the king, who was Princess Patella's stepmom, and T was her stepdaughter. And 12 Bells exited the building, I think the last story, where they stoned her to death. So she was taken out of the story, but she rocked with us for a while in the story. Let's see who walked in while I was reading the story. I don't want to miss anybody. Let's see. Okay. 12 Bell says she's not celebrating her birthday the whole month. I asked her, was she celebrating the whole month? She said no, but she's just happy to be alive. I know what you mean. For sure, for sure. Gigi saying hello to 12 Bells and came hashtag more to Oliver and to Shiwana and to 50 plus. Be the Difference Clothing is in the house tonight. Hello. And she says DMV raid. Oh, thank you so much for that raid, sis. I appreciate you. We have Carter Eats in the building tonight. She says, Deborah, glad Donnie Diva sent us. So glad you came over with her, Carter Eats. And hopefully you will be able to go back and catch the story that you were featured in. If you want to find it, I have all of the characters that are featured in a story each night. I have it in the description area, so you can find it when you're in the story. But I appreciate having you here tonight. We have Flawed to Perfection in the house tonight. Hello, Flawed to Perfection. I think this might be your first time in story time, but I appreciate you following the raid over here to hang out with us for story time. I appreciate you. Gigi's saying hi to Tiki and Nika. And Be the Difference is speaking to Gigi and Carter's Eat and 50 plus 12 Veils, Flawed to Perfection. We have Eating with Miss P in the house tonight. How are you? Says, hello, love. I just turned you gray from DMV. I appreciate you following the raid. I think this might be your first time in story time. Your name sounds so familiar. I know I've been in one of your lives, but I'm wondering if I featured you in a story before. I'm not 100% sure, but Gigi is speaking to. Then we have our very own dancing diva dancing her way into story time, Miss Full Roller. How are you, love? Then we have Tiki and Nika, who were one of the ones that got put in the story on the fly. I appreciate having you ladies back to visit me. We have Shay's World in the house. Says, hey, host and chat. Shay's World, I'm not sure if this is your first time in story time, but I appreciate you joining us. And 50 plus is shouting out Gigi and Be the Difference. And Eating with Miss P says hello to Gigi. 50 plus says hello, Miss Full Roller. Hey, sister. And he's dancing. Got those dancing ladies up there, because that's our dancing diva. Coco Empire's in the house tonight. Says, hey, Deborah in chat. Good to have you back, Coco. Gigi speaking to Miss Full Roller. DMV Dining Diva says, hey, Deborah. And she wanted sCreativeCircle says, I got my popcorn time. It's popcorn time with the big TV. I appreciate you, sis, for tuning in on the big screen. Gigi saying hi to Coco Empire. DMV Dining Diva saying hey to Big Sis. And we are going to celebrate 12 Veils tonight, storytime style. DMV Dining Diva says hey to Coco Empire. Coco Empire says hey to Gigi. Gigi saying hey, sister, to DMV Dining Diva. Shawana says all here. DMV Dining Diva says hey to 50 plus. Coco Empire saying hey to Dining Diva. Dining Diva says hey to Shawana, and she's got the dancing ladies going. She's ready for how we celebrate birthday time and story time. 50 plus is speaking to Dining Diva. 12L says hey to Be the Difference. Be the Difference is shouting out Coco Empire, DMV Diva, and Shay's World and Shawana. 12L says hey to Gigi. We got Short Bus Pull Up in the house tonight. Beep, beep, beep. Says hello, Deborah. How are you? Thanks for asking. I'm a little tired, but it's a pain-free day, so I'll take it. DMV Diva says hey to Joy, to Be the Difference, Booby. Short Bus says hello to all, and to DMV. Gigi's speaking to Be the Difference. Short Bus shouting out 50 plus. DMV shouting out Short Bus. Short Bus shouting out Gigi. Gigi shouting out Short Bus. Beep, beep, she says. DMV is laughing. 50 plus shouting out Short Bus. Says, hold up, pull up, hold up. Shawana, 50 speaking to Shawana. Eating with Miss P says, this is awesome. Carter Eats shouting out Shawana. Says, all here. DMV says, hey to Miss P. Carter Eats says, fantastic job tonight. Gigi Gluten Free and Be the Difference. DMV says, hey to Carter's Eat. Gigi says, hey sis, at Carter's Eat. Carter Eat says, 50 plus. I shared today's video. Eating with Miss P says, thank you to Dining Diva. 50 says, Carter Eat, hello and thanks. How are you doing? Dining Diva says, eat with Miss P. Awesome story. Thank you. I'm glad you all enjoyed it. Gigi says, story time every Monday, Wednesday, Friday night, 10 p.m. Eastern. Thank you for that reminder, Gigi. Yes, story time is every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday night at 10 p.m. Eastern time. We have our very own Edward Smart in the house. He says, hello, Deborah. How are you? I'm well, thanks. Edward, I was about to put an APB out on you. We miss seeing you. Gigi saying hey to Edward Smart. Edward says, hey Gigi, good to see you. 12L says hey to Short Bus. Gigi shouting out Edward Smart, said it's always good to see you. Carter East shouting out Edward and says shout out to the 30 in the chat. Thank you all so much. We have ITE in the chat in the story time again. Well, for the first time, but I know you've been watching the stories, the replays. I appreciate you. Says, how's it going? It's going great. It's a pain-free day for me, so that's always a good day. 50 says, Deborah, another great story. I love it. Thank you, 50. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Eat with Miss P says, this is awesome. I'm glad you enjoyed it. Eat with Miss P. Shiwana says, great job on the story. Thank you, Shiwana. Carter E says, congratulations on 1K. Thank you so much, Carter E. Tiki and Nikki says, great story, Deborah. Thank you. Gigi says, sis, you outdid yourself with this extraordinary story time. Thank you. It took us a while to get through it, but, you know, it wasn't a dull moment. We have Sharonda the Goddess in the house tonight. How are you, sis? She says, hello, beautiful host. And she says, hello to everyone. Edward shouting out Carter Eats. Eating with Miss P says, you are awesome. Thank you. Carter Eats says to Dining Diva, Booby. Gigi says, welcome story time to Sharonda the Goddess. Sharonda shouting out Gigi. And Eating with Miss P. And also Carter's Eat. We have Mama Bear 4 in the house tonight. How are you? Glad to have you. Says, hey, everybody. And Sharonda's shouting out Mama Bear. 12L says, I'm alive, guys. Oh, Sharonda says hello to 12Ls. 50 says, Deborah, thanks for adding me in another story. You are quite welcome, 50 plus. He's shouting out Mama Bear. Gigi saying, welcome to Mama Bear 4. We have Janice Hilton in the story time. She says, hey, sis, what you doing up? I'm passing through. Well, Janice, I hope you stayed long enough to catch our story. If not, you'll have to catch it on replay if you didn't get in early enough. But I appreciate you stopping by. DMV Diva says, thank you, Deborah. Glad tidings. You are quite welcome. Mama Bear 4 says, hey, I see all the OGs here. And Donna Diva says, hey, she's laughing at 12 bells. 50 says, is laughing at Mama Bear 4. We have Deborah Akpa in the house tonight. How are you, sis? Glad you could join us. Appreciate having you here. We have, my stream jumped here. Oh, wow. Okay. 50 is speaking to Deborah Akpa. Gigi speaking to Deborah Akpa. Deborah saying hello to 50 plus. And to Gigi 12L says, you reading all your stuff. Well, actually, some aren't 12Ls. I used to pull the characters for the stories from people who were subscribed to me, or I'm subscribed to them. But then as I was in those YouTube streets in other people's lives, I saw a lot of names that were interesting. So I just started using whatever names I came across to give me a wider pool to pull from. 12Ls, I enjoyed the story. Oliver says, I'm back. Thank you, 12Ls. 12Ls slapping her forehead saying, cancer season. You know you glad it's cancer season. You've been trying to make it cancer season ever since the first of the year. Gigi says, thanks to Oliver Moore. 12L says, where's Miss Full Roller? Get ready to dance, Miss Full Roller. Gigi says, okay, it's cancer season. 50 sweating because 12L says, why you crying, 50? I think he's sweating, 12Ls, but I get these emojis mixed up. 50 said, 12Ls, my wife was killed in the story fast. Yeah, one of the stories 50 was featured in. His wife, yeah, she got killed off. So at least you win a few stories, 12Ls. Gigi says, thanks for the raid. DMV Dining Diva. Miss Full Roller says, 12Ls, I'm here. K hashtag more says, I'm back. We appreciate having you, K hashtag more. Gigi saying thanks to K hashtag. And she's saying hello to Flawed to Perfection. We have KU Studios in the house again. Hello, everyone. How are you, KU Studios? Thank you for joining us. Shawana shouting out KU. Gigi shouting out KU Studios. 12 Bells out saying hey to Sharonda. 50's dropping the link. Yes, for those of you who are new to the live, I'm a published author. The name of my book is My Struggle in Broken Pieces. It's not in my reach. Usually it's in the chair by me. It's called My Struggle in Broken Pieces, A Healing for My Soul. It is available at Amazon if you're interested in purchasing it. We finally started reading from the book. We did have one reading from the book. So I will be alternating back and forth between the book and these stories. I'll continue with these stories because this is my way of shouting out fellow content creators and some of our viewers. Gigi saying hey to Shay's World. Carter's Eat says I'm still here. Thank you, sis, for hanging with us. 12 Bells is shouting out Miss Furrow. Say we gonna turn up for the B-Day song. Hey, 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 it's Web Savvy Cafe. Web Savvy Cafe says, hey, 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 but she always forgets to do it. Oh, she did. She said, hey, hey, hey. She got it that time. It's Web Savvy Cafe. I always think of Fat Albert. KU Studio says, Shawana Circle, nice to meet you again. 12 Bells ready. Look at her. KU Studios shouting out Gigi. It says, thank you. 12 Bells says, it is Gemini season. No. And she's laughing. We have indoor, outdoor gardener and more in the house. Says good evening to Deborah and Maud in chat. 50 is dancing already. 12 Bells and throwing you a birthday cake. Miss Furrow said 12 Bells. Yes, sis. It is my hubby's birthday tomorrow. Oh, he's in the Cancer season? Okay. 50 says, 50 says, to indoor outdoor garden, he's shouting her out. Gigi shouting out the indoor outdoor garden. There's 12 Bells already throwing up the celebratory confetti. Shawana says hey to indoor outdoor and more. And Web Savvy shouting out 50. Miss Full Roller, Gigi, and Shawana. Miss Full Roller is throwing some cakes up there already for 12 Bells. And 50 shouting out Web Savvy says hey. Edward Smart says nice story. Thank you, Edward. 12 Bells says hey to Edward. And congratulations to Deborah on your 1,000. Thank you, 12 Bells. Edward Smart says hello to 12 Bells. Be the Difference says 12 Bells. Aries season. Laugh out loud. Sharonda the Goddess says I'm doing good, hoes. I'm glad you're doing well. Say hi to the boys for me. Be the Difference says hi to Edward Smart. 12 Bells says people need the thumbs up chat. We only got 3 thumbs up. Oh, wow. I think it's more than that, 12 Bells. You might need to refresh. Because I'm seeing 30-something. Be the Difference says hi to Sharonda the Goddess. Edward says hi to Be the Difference Clothing. 12 Bells says Aries. Aries, no. 50 said 12 Bells. We have more than that. Sharonda the Goddess says hello, fam. To Be the Difference. Be the Difference is laughing at 12 Bells. Web Savvy says hey to Be the Difference. Gigi says hey to Be the Difference. Web Savvy says Deborah, I don't forget. I just like to hear you say it. I was reading so fast I didn't realize you said it. Be the Difference is saying hey to Web Savvy and Gigi, and Web Savvy says that's where I got it from. Be the Difference says hey to 12 Bells. Tara is A. And Edward smiling. Web Savvy says hey to indoor outdoor garden. Okay, we're gonna celebrate 12 Bells story time style. She been trying to get all year on other people's day. So 12 Bells, which song do you want to hear? So for those of you new, I sing Happy Birthday. We sing either the Stevie Wonder version, the Marilyn Monroe, the traditional Happy Birthday, and then we close out with the group one with the 2 live crew version. Be the Difference says hi to indoor outdoor gardener. Web Savvy says congratulations on hitting your 1 grand milestone. Thank you, Web Savvy. And Be the Difference already. Hey, she's popping the bottles for 12 Bells. 12 Bells, which one here? Stevie, Marilyn, what? What? Talk to me. Talk to me. Any other time when it's somebody else's birthday, you quick about trying to tell me what to sing. Now it's your day. You moving a little slow here. What's going on? 12L says the Two Live Crew. But which one you want to hear before that? You want to hear the Marilyn Monroe? You want to hear the Stevie Wonder? What you want to hear? We always close out with the Two Live Crew. 12L's popping got the champagne glasses. Be the difference laughing. All right, 12 bells can't get a mind right, y'all. I don't know what's going on. When it was everybody else's season, she could get her mind right. Tonight she probably already over there in them champagne glasses already. Why she can't get her mind right? So 12 bells. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start out slow with Marilyn and work my way through Stevie for you, and then we're gonna close out with Two Live Crew. All right. So when we get to the Two Live Crew, I'll give the rules to the celebration to those of you who are new to the chat. So we're going to start out slow and work our way. Let me pull up Stevie. Okay. All right, we're going to start. Here we go. You ready? 12 bells. Marilyn Monroe style. Work our way through Stevie and on out the door with Two Live Crew. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, 12 bells. Happy birthday to you. Yay! Happy birthday! All right, here we go. Let me get a little beat to try to get a tune going here. You know, it doesn't make much sense. There ought to be a law against anyone who takes offense at a day in your celebration. Because we all know in our minds that there ought to be a time that we can set aside just to show how much we love you. And I'm sure you would agree it can fit more perfectly than to have a world party on the day you came to be. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. 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 Yay! Happy birthday, 12 bells. All right. Here we go. Now, for those of you who are new to the stream, when we do the Two Live Crew version of Happy Birthday, when I say what's that number one or what's that favorite zodiac sign, you're going to throw Cancer in the stream. I don't care if you feel your birthday is the favorite sign. We're not celebrating you tonight. We are celebrating the Cancer season. So we're celebrating 12 bells on behalf of Cancer season. So whether you think yours is the best or not, we want you to throw Cancer in the stream. And when I get to that part, when I call out any zodiac other than Cancer, I want you to throw no in the stream. And when we get to the part where I say Cancer working that thing out, I want you to throw working that thing out in the stream. All right, here we go. I said, what's that number one zodiac sign? Cancer. I said, what's that number one zodiac sign? Cancer. Is it Aries? No. Is it Taurus? No. Is it Libra? No. Is it Leo? No. What's that number one zodiac sign? Cancer. I said, what's that number one zodiac sign? Cancer. Is it Pisces? No. Is it Capricorn? No. Is it Aquarius? No. Is it Libra? No. Cancer, working that thing out. Cancer, working that thing out. 12 bells, working that thing out. 12 bells, working that thing. Go 12 bells, it's your birthday. Go 12 bells, it's your birthday. Get busy, get busy. Go 12 bells, it's your birthday. What's that number one zodiac sign? Cancer. I said, what's that number one zodiac sign? Cancer. Is it Pisces? No. Is it Aries? No. Is it Libra? No. Is it Taurus? No. 12 bells, working that thing out. Cancer, working that thing out. Cancer, working that thing out. Cancer, working that thing out. Yay! Happy birthday, 12 bells. 12 bells is working that thing out in this Cancer season on behalf of the Cancers. Oh, look at that. I love it. I love it. I love that group participation. Everybody's celebrating 12 bells. I see all kinds of birthday cakes and ice cream going up in the stream. And we got Gigi throwing ice cream cones at us. And the happy birthday 12 bells. 12 bells says thank you to Gigi. She's all smiles. She's got the music notes going. Edward Smart says happy birthday. 12 bells shaking up her own confetti and got her own cake. And Gigi yells out Cancer season. I love it. Be the Difference says, hey. 12 bells is all smiles. She taking all the love in y'all giving her in this Cancer season. Look at that. Oh, man, I love it. And whenever we called out anything but a Cancer, everybody said no. Look at Web Savage said no. Look at that. 50 says Cancer. And he put a handle on it. He put it in all caps. Look at that. That's all right. 12 bells says no. Oh, look at that. 12 bells dancing. Our dancing diva working up right behind her. And Web Savage K says working that thing out. 12 bells says it's my birthday. Be the Difference says, hey, yes. Look at that. Cancer, Cancer. 12 bells says, I'm getting busy. Yeah, you doing something. That's why you was a little slow telling me what to sing for you. Be the Difference says no. Everybody says no. For anything out of the Cancer season, it is no. That's all right. Gigi says, hey. Web 7 Cafe say birthday blessings to you, 12 bells. 50 says 12 bells is working that thing out, Cancer. And he's throwing some cake behind it and some confetti. Gigi says, Cancer, working that thing out, 12 bells. 12 bells says, thank you everyone so much. And on behalf of 12 bells, I thank you all so much. I appreciate you all celebrating 12 bells in this Cancer season. She's been waiting for this for a long time because she's been trying to celebrate Cancer in the Aries season and in the Taurus season, and she finally got to her season. That's why I asked her, was she going to celebrate her birthday for the whole month? So she was ready for it tonight. I tell you. Look, I was trying not to go live tonight. I was so tired. But I did a premiere, but it wouldn't upload fast enough. But I'm kind of glad I came on in. Because I didn't know 12 bells was going to show up tonight. So I'm glad I came in so that we could celebrate her story time style. That's all right. 12 bells all smiley, and 50 says yes, every season. Yeah, she was trying to get in on the every season. Yeah, and trying to get a birthday song every chance she got in other people's season. Bless her heart. But we love her. We love her for it. I'm telling you, we look for her to cut up in the chat doing stuff that she shouldn't be doing. But I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by to join me for story time. I get excited about it. I really do. I enjoy the story probably better than you all do. But But I'm glad that you all enjoy it. I appreciate you stopping by because you could have been somewhere else. I appreciate you coming by to hang out with me in story time and to celebrate whomever it is that we're in their season. I appreciate each and every one of you. Always remember, until we meet again, may his peace be with you. Remember, story time is every Monday, Wednesday, Friday night. If for some reason I can't make it, I usually throw up a little message that says story time had been canceled, and I tell you when it's going to resume. So on Monday, we are going to go back and have another reading from my book. I hope to see you all at the next story time. Always remember, I have a will to live. I'll see you all at the next story time. I love you all, and have a good night and stay safe.